Hi guys, checking up on the Canadian teams again here. This time I created a development of the goals conceded by each of the Canadian teams for you since the start of the season till basically up to the beginning of December, 1st of December. So let's go ahead and start the video here to see how the teams conceded goals basically since the start of the season. So we see it was pretty chaotic. If you take a look at the graph here, there was a high variation through the middle of October. Basically here we see that Ottawa was conceding as much as 5 goals. 5 goals per standard, basically for almost the whole month of October for Ottawa. And the month of October is where the Jets really got their goals conceded down to about 2 goals conceded, and then all the other Canadian teams were basically bunched up in the middle. And then November came around, so you basically see that towards the end of October all teams basically kind of got bunched up together. Defense started playing better, and so there was very little variation in the goals conceded by all of the Canadian teams. So basically Ottawa brought their goals conceded down. Toronto stayed pretty even throughout the month of October. Edmonton was conceding more and more through October, going from about 2 goals conceded to about 3 goals consistently, and then the Jets basically staying a very good defensive team, conceding only slightly more than 2 goals through the whole of October. So now let's see what November brought. So you see basically that the Jets continue to stay low in terms of goals conceded, so a very good defensive team. And Maple Leafs basically, they conceded a lot and were conceding a lot through the whole of November, and through the middle of November, consistently a bad defensive team, as one can see. One team that improved in terms of goals conceded was the Calgary Flames. So you see from the middle of October to the middle of November, they basically consistently, steadily brought their goals conceded down from about 4 per game to 3 per game. And let's take a look now what happened basically in the last 2 weeks of November. So here we do see that the goals conceded by the Jets are starting to creep up. They basically have increased from about 2, which was really low, from the middle of November, to 1 goal more conceded. So they basically increased to 3 goals conceded by the beginning of December. The other team that's trending in the wrong direction is the Edmonton Oilers. So the orange line here basically also conceding about 1 goal more now than they were in beginning of October. They've steadily increased. Ottawa has decreased and plateaued. The Leafs basically throughout the whole of the season are conceding too much, through the injuries that they have in their defense core and also their goalies, so that's basically expected. And the Ottawa Senators, their defensive game has really stepped up. So they were really bad in the beginning of the season, conceding about 5 goals per game for about a 2-week period, and then since then they've consistently decreased to close to 3 goals conceded per game in the last week or so.